name is Carina and welcome to the Carina Chronicles. Today I will tell you how my reading and writing month of November 2021 went, and spoiler, it wasn't any good. So it's time for a real talk. I could have sit down in the confessions chair because I have some confessions to make to you. I haven't read a lot this month. I just finished I Found My Horn, so at least I read one book. And I hope tonight, so on the 30th of November, I can still finish Starters by Lissa. So then I would have finished 2 books in November, which is way below what I wanted to. I didn't even start my TBR of November because I was like, oh, these 2 books I can easily finish. So I wanted to discuss with you why, how that happened. And I think there is one easy reason for that, and that's because I really want to grow my channel. So I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I watch a lot of other booktube videos, which is incredible. I am having so much fun. But I watch a lot of those, I try to come up with new ideas, I make a lot of videos, I put a lot of time in editing them and also in making videos with screen recording, which didn't really work out because my program was crashing all the time. So I put a lot of time in that. That was actually it. And then November flew by, which was sad because I don't want it to be over yet, because I did have quite some time this month and I'm absolutely not in a reading slump because the only thing I want to do is reading, actually. So I need to find a way to get to that again. But I will talk about that a little bit more at the end of the video, because I did read at least one book, so let me talk about that one. I read I Found My Horn by Jasper Rees. I just today published a review of it on both Goodreads and my Instagram. I love this book and I have been in a doubt what to rate it, because I was in a doubt between 4 or 5 stars. I eventually chose 4 stars. I loved this book. I laughed out loud a lot of times and I film myself when I'm reading because I want to put some pieces in my reading vlogs. And I saw myself smile all the time, which is great. I usually do not have that with books, but this one was just so wholesome and made me feel so nostalgic. So I love this book, but I don't think it's that good. So I didn't want to give it 5 stars, because 5 stars are for me the books that are not only incredible to be, but I also feel like everyone should read it. And I don't feel that way with this book. I only think it's really nice when you're a musician, especially when you're a French horn player. It's non-fiction about a man who picks up the French horn again and tries to discover the world of French horn players and French horn music. And I love it. And actually I do not recommend this to people because I think you need to be a French horn player to read it, to be honest. But in the end, I already convinced 2 people to buy it without even trying. Just by telling this, people, well, okay, they were horn players, but they are like, oh, I need this book. And one of them was actually a bookstagrammer, so that was really funny. I didn't even really know her. We follow each other, but we don't really know each other. And she was like, I played the horn and I am going to read this book definitely. And my father bought it. He's also a horn player, but he was like, yes, I need this. So in the end, I did recommend it to people, but I'm not sure I would recommend it to you. But it was a very nice time reading this. What also is funny is that my father found out it is a signed copy and I didn't even notice. It is secondhand and there is a whole message at the front, and it was to someone called Howard. So I was like, oh, someone gifted this book to Howard and Howard is now selling it in a thrift shop. So that's sad. And I didn't read the message, but the person that wrote to Howard was actually Jasper Rees. So I have a signed copy, just not signed to me. But that's funny as well. So I really love this and I really had a great time reading this. So if I only read one book this month, then it was at least a good one. And the book that I would like to finish tonight is Starters by Lissa. I am not that that convinced yet. I found the main character highly annoying. Maybe that changes, but up till now I think she's annoying. And it really gives me Divergent vibes together with Altered Carbon. I didn't read the books of Altered Carbon, but I watched the first season of the TV series, and it's like that combined with Divergent. And I liked both, so it should be good, but I'm not that enthusiastic already. But maybe I'm only halfway through or something, so maybe the ending will convince me, but up till now it doesn't really. I do want to finish it today, because I have a very, very, very big TBR for December, and I want to start it immediately in December, so let's hope that works. I also haven't really finished what I wanted to do with my writing this month. It was actually NaNoWriMo month, and I wasn't already sure if I was really going to participate, but the answer was no, I didn't really participate. I did write something, namely my Dungeons and Dragons story. Well, actually someone else's, my Dungeon Master's story, but I wrote it down. And I had a lot of fun with that, and I still hope I can finish my first version of my novel this year. I hope so. But I did write quite a lot. Wait, I could have started at the beginning, but okay. You see, I've written quite some things. So, at least I didn't write nothing. And I really feel that if you're writing anything, you are keeping up with it. And in the end, you will find the time and the energy to write what you want to write. So that was actually already it for what I achieved this month. Let me talk a little bit more about why I think it went wrong. First things first, I don't think you should read any books and feel like you are obliged to do so. There is no need to read books. You should do it because you feel like it. Don't let me pressure you into read more books. I just want you to have fun with reading books. Having said that, I do want to put some pressure on myself because I just want to read a lot. So I should make the time for it. I should prioritize reading more than I'm doing right now. And one of the reasons I think it went wrong this month is because last month in October, I actually really wanted to have enough content to talk with you about books. So what I did was kind of skipping through some books, which I never did before, to finish more in October. But in November, I actually wanted to write the reviews about these books. And I felt like I couldn't really make an honest review because I hadn't really read it good enough. So I read them again this month. So actually I did do quite some reading because I finished the Elite, I read The Letter for the King, I read The Earth, and yeah, all of them I kind of read again. I didn't skip through them this time, only maybe the beginning, because that part I first actually did read. And well, that wasn't really working very well, because now the whole of November I have been rereading books that I didn't read properly in October. And in the end I had the same problem because now I have no content for November. So I'm not going to do that again. I really want to have content for you, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I'm not gonna pretend that I read a book anymore. Although I didn't really pretend. Like, I read it, but I just didn't read it like I wanted to read it. Do you understand what I mean? So I'm not gonna do that anymore. I actually have read I Found My Horn. I am halfway through Starters. I am going to finish that one, but I don't know when, but I hope tonight. And then for December, I'm just going to try to read as much as possible. And if you think, well, maybe it's not a good idea if you didn't read at all in November to have a TBR of 15 books. Yes, 15 books. Wait for it. The video will be tomorrow. 15 books. Okay, Starters is one of them, by the way. So only 14 books. But Yes, I will do that. And I will also try to grow in my personal mind by not getting angry if I don't finish it. And not lying to myself and to you that I actually did finish it, because that makes no sense. I shouldn't do that. So that is actually all I have to say about it. I really hope next month will be better, but I am certain it will. I just need to prioritize reading more. So I will do that. We'll see what comes out of it. I am motivating myself and stimulating myself to actually read more in December just by having a big TBR, by scheduling some time to read, and I'm also going to do a 24-hour reading challenge. All of this I will tell more about in a video that's up tomorrow about my end of the year plans. And I will also join a readathon, the reindeer readathon, if you've heard about that. So I will tell a lot about that in my 2 videos that will be up tomorrow. One is about the end of the year and the other one is about the TBR of December. So you can look forward to that. And then I hope I will have a big, amazing wrap up of December in 1 month time. And we will forget this month. We'll just forget it. That was it for today's video. I really hope you feel that it's nice to know how things go in my mind, and that I am also sometimes stuck with reading or do not find the time, because I don't want to pretend that it's always fine. I hope you liked that. If you did, please leave a like. If you subscribe to my channel and you click the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you'll have a lovely day filled with reading, or not, depending on what you want. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! I was really dreading making this video, because it's never nice to tell that you actually didn't succeed in what you wanted to. But I hope you still liked it.